Peace all. Ka Maai here of Ka Maai. And I'm here today to do the daily PowRa for the 27th of the 7th, 2018. And yes, today is a 9 vibrating day. Okay, the 2 and the 7 equals the 9. You know that the 2 is looking at partnerships, balancing the emotions, the emotional body generally, and unions, partnerships, communions, and also your intuition on just like a mundane thing. And then, we have the 11, which is the year 2018. If you add 8, 1, and 2 equals 211. And 11 is more of an angelic, intuitive guidance, where 2 also works with your innate intuitive guidance. Yeah. What else? 7 month we're in, and almost coming to the end of this month. But we still have a few days to keep on doing the introspective, reflective work, which is what the 7 number vibrates on. That's the energy it emanates. Reflective, it's contemplative, it's going within, it's being the hermit, to find its true love physically and spiritually, like figuratively and literally. And it's also, of course, innate wisdom. Going within helps you tune into your divine guidance. Okay. And today, let me look at my little post day. Is VenusDay, baby. The archetype for today is Venus. Okay, looking at your pleasures and your leisures, relationships, your future comforts, your abundance, your natural gifts and talents, your creativity, your even business, leisures, pleasures, all of that good stuff, all things to do with this mundane realm. So I'm looking at right now, to concrete it, to make yourself more comfortable physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Okay, and color therapy today is green and magenta. Green, looking at again nature, abundance, prosperity as well. Magenta, looking at self-love, self-care, and that saucy love as well, erotic love somewhat, but definitely just love generally. Yeah, and then we have rose for the aromatherapy. Rose is that sensuality, that self-care, self-love again, which Venus is very much about self-worth, self-values, core values, and beauty, beautifying yourself, beautifying your spaces. And mineral therapy is copper, baby. And I'm the copper lady, and I don't have my rings on today. But yeah, I do copper designs. I've got some behind there. You probably can't see. I've got a crown up there. And these are armlets that I have. A new design I'm coming out with. It's got some earrings as well to match this one. I'll be posting on Rustic Gems Facebook page this weekend, so look out for that. I'll put a description. I'll put the link down in the description. Yes. What else I want to say about that? Do look out more into the description box, because there's always if I miss anything out while I'm in the moment, I'll try and fill it in the description box, if not the comment section. And it would be great for you all to drop me a comment as well, because YouTube algorithms, pick up people's pages and show it more, or present it to more people looking for similar things if the videos have been active and people are interactive with them, so those likes do make a difference, those comments do make a difference. I appreciate you for doing so. Because copper is healing, copper is everything, copper keeps you thriving, not just surviving. Okay, it helps your electrolytes, it helps you if you've got any inflammation, inflammation. And also great iron absorber, helps level out your cholesterol, and yeah, definitely helps your melanin like keep pushing and golden and moving, especially when you do everything else alongside it. Because remember, you can't isolate things anymore. That doesn't serve us at this time. It's all about integrating the knowing, the intuition with the logic, you know, the masculine with the feminine, okay? The gold with the silver and the copper and the everything, you know? It's incorporating each day and using each day's energy, not just the one that resonates with you. Because you know, if you can find out your day of birth, you'll realize that every day, that day is always like kind of like optimum for you. Whether you have to learn a big lesson or you make big moves on that day, or you have just like a glorious day, you know. But yeah, you should check it. I can find out. I can help you find out if you'd like. If you're doing it to know yourself. So yes. Then it's 27, 9 vibration. The 2 and the 7 looking at you balancing relationships, and the 7 looking at you reflecting your intuitive knowing, your intuitive guidance, your spirituality, checking your spirit so lest you lose your soul, you know. And yeah, it's looking at the culmination of things altogether, the culmination, the ending the old and moving in with the new. And I was checking it, I was thinking to myself earlier that sometimes I do come off like like a bit all over the place, and I have my nuances, yeah, so please do forgive me. But I just realized how much on par I am, because right now the energies as we're moving is speaking about everything that I'm about, and that I've realized, come to know to be truth. And this eclipse season right here is anchoring that for me, that inner standing for me. Because once we go through, you realize that the cosmos is telling us that we have to shift our ideologies of spirituality and know that spirit is first and matter is after. And we have to integrate both the yin and the yang so we can live the above so below in a much balanced way. And it's balance that we're seeking. In doing so, in doing all these things, it is balancing. Following that unique purpose, taking time to get to know that unique higher self, to get to know thyself generally, and then, you know, obviously loving thyself. If loving thyself comes first, when you're willing and ready to love yourself first, almost wholeheartedly, then you know you naturally go into wanting to know more about yourself, and not on just on the surface level. And then once you know what life is really about, getting to know yourself, you realize what life is all about. That infinite being of you is of all. You would realize, of course, you want to live a greater life. And the greatest life is to always live in a high steed on purpose, uniquely to you. So, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about this eclipse here first before I pull on the cards for this daily powder. And you all know already, I'm not that tech savvy in it. And so I've got my my phone here that I want to show you the chart for the eclipse. And here's what I'm gonna do right now. Move the cards out of the way. A bit closer. Focusing. And okay. Ooh. Ooh. Now you're fine. Let's see. Okay. Have a look at this. You see that red line going down? That is the marker. Oh, give thanks to this chart here. This is from Mars in the Zodiac with Athens Chimenti. Yeah, and by the way, Athens, if you ever come across this, yes, I've dubbed you the power mind because I broke down your name etymologically. To my knowledge, chi means it represents force, power, and then we have menti, which represents, I think it's a Greco-Roman term, Greek for the mind. So yeah, the great mind and the way you move with this astrology, and I'm so happy that you are able to keep this up on a daily, giving us the insights on the true sidereal wave. I much appreciate you. You make my work much easier because I've been looking for like an almanac for the longest, and you come second to none. So give thanks, give thanks. Athens, Jamaica, Mastering the Zodiac. Please do log in and check out what's good, what's really true. So this is the most striking thing right here, the opposition here. And see, we have the moon here in Capricorn, which is where we have in the solar eclipse. Okay, and it's a full, sorry, I saw that solar eclipse. Did I say solar? I meant lunar. There's total low lunar eclipse, okay? Right next to the south node, so it's conjunct the south node, which is that there, and then we have Mars in retrograde. Okay, opposite, this is an opposition going straight across, exact in with the sun and the north node in Cancer. Okay, see, the south node represents the past, your lessons that you've from past lives specifically, and the north node represents your future, your destiny for a happier, more conducive, fulfilled life. Okay, this is where you've already been. You've already learned many lessons. We've already learned many lessons as a collective in the Capricorn energy. Now we're being asked to collectively, I feel like I just said that. Where did I just put it? Anyways, love, pleasures, okay? And then we have Pluto in Sagittarius, is all about the higher mind, higher perspective. It's about traveling. It's about spirituality. And Pluto is all about transformation. Deep, deep transformation for the greatest good, for you to be able to move in a better state. This trine here is saying that it's supportive for us to make these deep-seated transformation about spirituality, to make our livelihoods more pleasurable. Okay, we are supported, the universe is supporting us to make those changes. If we're about that change, now is the time to live a more pleasurable life. You check your isms and schisms in regards to spirituality and make the changes, make those changes. This is why this month as well, I mean, like, look, the cosmics don't lie. The clusters are heavy right now on the 7th month. How many of you, whether you realize the aspects or not, have had a lot of introspective time, a lot of time questioning things, and especially looking at spirituality, and sometimes we have to just get away from the words. If you don't use the term spirituality, if you don't understand that energy, if you just the unseen, the intangible, that's why I use so many words, and I guess that's why I was born to learn so many words, because then you can reach more people through their different understandings. But then we also have the lunar eclipse is in, again, Capricorn, and we have Capricorn's busy right now. We have the south node and Mars retrograde. And remember, Mars is like the closest planet to us, so it's very effective, and it energy governs our desires, our passions, our actions for ourself and our best self. Also deals with, war. Isn't it? This comes to mind, the thin line between love and hate, love and war. Okay, again, we've been in this energy already for a long time for the collective. We are being asked to move to this energy right here. The higher aspect of the Cancer energy is looking at that. That's why Cancer, and I'm gonna make another video about it. But that's why there was such a big hit on even the term Cancer. Anybody, sometimes even me saying it, I feel like I can feel energies thinking like that is just not a word I want to hear. And a lot of people have been affected by people who have had this autoimmune disease, which is called cancer, okay, which is nothing, like I said, that other than an autoimmune disease. It's a lack of strength in your immunity. And so cancer has been dubbed like, or has now been placed with this connotation that just makes people want to turn away. But cancer is the way to move forward, unfortunately. That term sounds crazy, but yeah, Cancer being that crab, okay? Let's call it the crab, the hard outside but soft inside, balancing the two, knowing the polarities of life and working them, okay? Checking your past, removing ingrained, nonsensical, non-conducive isms to then better move forward in a more conducive, successful way, determined, purposeful, successful, with discipline, determination, hard work. We'll get there. We are supported again. That nurturing, that receptive, that feminine energy. It's clear. You know that we have been patriarchal for ages. We have been dogmatic. And the God has always been a he. Okay? Now we are understanding that we have intuitive powers, and intuitive nature is naturally in the woman, in the womb, in the abyss, in the infinite knowing of thyself, knowing that we are just recycled versions of the self. Okay, and we all come in different phases and stages to be the best self, to grow the soul, so the soul can know its own soul. It's just a cycle. That's so many things are geometric shapes are everything. Those crop circles are real. Like, just that's why, if you know what, it's funny, as a homeschooling mother, like I find that when you starting from the base, you at this age as well, as an adult, generally, whatever age, you realize the simplicity of life when you're teaching children, or when you're even just looking at the the basic needs of children, of humanity, of survival, for survival. And Mars looks a lot of our survival instincts as well, the bare necessities, even sometimes the fight or flight energy. The well, I'm gonna say reptilian, mammalian brain. Okay, and the full moon, the full lunar eclipse is all about releasing, letting go, and culminating and balancing these polarities. Okay, it's not that we're eradicating the patriarchal. We realizing, utilizing the matriarchal. That there's a need for the balance of the two. Okay, we need them both, or we need them to be in the highest vibration and not taking us into all kinds of spaces and places. Okay. Right, so just looking over my notes real quick. Anything else I can add? So we do have like a challenge with, there's a square with Uranus. I didn't show you. Okay, the square is this one here. Uranus and Mars, right? And Uranus is in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, so it's like, and Uranus is all about sudden changes. And Uranus also looks, it is sudden changes for your highest good. It's associated to the Tower card in the tarot. Like, you know, tarot, the tower, I want to say tarot and tower at the same time. The Tower card is like sudden changes, explores the universe making sudden changes for you to move you out of something that you felt was well built, well concrete, and it just is not. It's built on faulty grounds, faulty foundations, and you're being ushered out of that, maybe crawling or jumping out, because it doesn't serve you. It's not for your highest good. And those changes, those sudden changes that come about, that Uranus brings forward to the self in Aries. Yeah, that's the universe saying the sudden changes that you need to make, eclipse in your mind and your heart, eclipse in your mundane mind, mundane brain for your higher heart. Because remember, never to negate or forget that your heart is the first mind and it's the highest mind. Move with your heart's knowing. Let your heart balance your mind. Yeah, those changes are going to be for self. Because as I always speak about Capricorn energy, like there's a need, Capricorn energy, always a need to balance work and play. Not be too much focused on work and then not be too lopsided in family and play. You have to balance it too, because I find that energy always is balancing. Oh, it's like it's tipping the scale. And again, Mars being in retrograde is asking us to take time to reflect on those actions that we take for self and those desires that we do have. Is it for our higher self? Because if you haven't checked it yet, the universe will check it for you, because this is what Uranus squaring up to in Aries to Pluto is about. To Mars. I knew I said Pluto. No, Mars. Okay. All right, and we also have a sextile with Chiron and Pisces, and you know Chiron has been in Pisces for some time, and yeah, there was a few recordings back in March where I was still on the Western astrology, and it was said that Chiron was in moving out of Pisces and into Aries, and it hasn't done so yet. I think it's got another a year before it does so, true sidereally wise. So, but Chiron in Pisces is looking at us definitely, again, reiterating us needing to heal our past wounds. And Chiron is the wounded healer, the one that has the wound and looks for the healing tools and manages to find all kinds of modalities to heal, unfortunately not its own but many others, and so is able to heal that of another but not themselves, but and so many others and so many other things. So it's like realizing, checking your past isms and schisms, and knowing that you even being able to reflect back and heal yourself. And I mean, you checking doesn't necessarily mean you're healing. You checking, because I had this conversation with my sister recently. It was so like eye opening, you know, that yeah, take the time, but you have to make the effort. And I almost like separated the two, and she was like, no, they go synonymous together. You can't. And I checked myself, because I was like, I went to somewhere, I needed the time, and I reflected on this something that I needed time to think about for a split second, and I went straight to work, did my readings, yeah, and instead not giving enough time and grounding myself and anchor and actually, you know, dealing with it, because then in the next minute I was back into my hustle and bustle and had to go with that flow. So it's important to take the time and make the effort to find the solutions, the resolutions that you need for the problem. And that's what Chiron does, is able to, yeah, I've got an issue, let me find it. and I'm gonna keep finding it, and I'm gonna find it so good that I'm gonna find so many other things alongside it. And in Pisces again is Pisces is that the fanatical, the dreamer, the very intuitive, very spiritual, and very I wanted to say idealistic, yes, but very strong, because again Pisces is the alpha and the omega. It's that one that's, it's all about love, because, and it's willing to be the martyr because it's not, it knows life cycles. It's not, it knows the depth of life, and definitely knows what the past entails, so understands why the future sometimes is the way it is, and sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but understands where it's come from. That's why Pisces will always emanate love regardless, but can still pull back and keep you over there, but still will shine light and wish good onto you. Okay. Saturn, yes, we have Saturn, of course, in retrograde, and that is trining Uranus in Aries as well. Saturn is in Sagittarius, again, looking at the higher mind of spirituality and what is our purpose within that, you know, responding to your ability in regards to spirituality, and how you can, how you yourself in your world is going to demonstrate spirit first and matter after, and balance in both. That yin and yang integration. Yes, I had a good conversation with my good friend Paul about just because did the daily, and I was even bugging myself off because I was saying like my intuitiveness, and then not going for that straight, wanting to get the answers physically as well, and that was me demonstrating that yin and yang, that using that intuition, yes, but then using that masculine rationale and analytical side to balance the two. So it's like there's no, oh, I said it, but I'm not sure, because I know I said something else about the strength card, and no, it's not number 8. I think it's 11. But don't quote me on that either. Sorry, I'm just not that down. Even though I'm a, like Fairy Dust 1111 said, I'm a spirit led tarot reader. Like tarot, I've been saying, like the color therapy, like the candle magic, like all the tools. They are numerology, astrology. They are just tools, okay? Because it's all within, and those are tools to be able to demonstrate and almost conceptualize and intellectualize things for our rational minds, because of our hearts just feels and knows it all. But where am I at? So yeah, these are abrupt changes for the self to grow. This is what the trine with Saturn and in Sagittarius and Uranus and Aries is saying to me. It's abrupt changes for the self to grow. And remember, like we've been reiterating this channel, like we're here just going through lessons, blessings, hurdles, obstacles. You may see them as, and we all have this perception because we all come in different phases and stages, and we all come with a purpose, a reason for being. So all we have to do is get to know those reasons and move with it. Okay, as long as we're looking to our higher state, we'll always get more bliss filled more let me coming straight, more bliss filled days. Okay, the lessons don't always have to be hard, but the past has to be checked, the spirit has to be checked. There has to be discipline and determination. This is what the Cancer energy is about. It's not, it's having fun, it's being joyful, it's knowing that you have intuitive guidance, but it's having the faith and all that good stuff, but you have to do the work. You have to be determined, you have to be disciplined, you know, to be on purpose and stay on purpose and strive to be your higher self, because it's in this world of polarities with the good and bad and the high and low, you know, things will be going on around you. Remember, we don't live in this world by ourselves. Things will be going on around you that could pull you off your true self knowing, and those are parts of the lesson to keep you on par, to keep reminding you as you're here, because we're here for a few years, right? To keep reclaiming your power, or stay in your power even. Okay. Right, let's pull on some cards for this day and beyond. Oh, you know what? I wanted to play this song. Yeah, I was thinking about copyrights and that, but I'm like, I bought this phone and it's on contract, but so there shouldn't be any copyright issues, right? Because it's licensed to the company that plays it, and I called them up on customer service, Lucy, and they'll be playing it on that as well. So it is DeLacy. I own no copyrights. I own no rights to this song. I'm just playing it because it's a beautiful lyric song. I could have tweaked it a few, and I might just do. But yeah, very empowering, and this is a beautiful message. Yeah, it's one. It's called by DeLacy, and I can't remember what it's called now. Impossible. Okay. I know. It's a lovely song though. Oh, I'm gonna find it on YouTube. Dream It Possible, that's what it's called. Okay. Okay, get that. I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin, pull the cord. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, really? Oh, the past is everything we want. Don't make us who we are. Okay. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is stars. It's not until you fall that you fly. When your dreams come alive, you're unstoppable. Take a shot, chase the sun, find the beautiful. We will glow in the dark, turning dust to gold, and we'll dream impossible. Possible. And we'll dream impossible. I will chase, I will reach, I will fly until I'm breaking out my cage like a bird in the night. I know I'm changing it into something big, better than before. And if it takes 1,000 lives, then it's worth fighting for. It's not until you fall that you fly. When your dreams come alive, you're unstoppable. Take a shot, chase the sun, find the beautiful. We will glow in the dark, turning dust to gold, and we'll dream impossible. Funny, thank you. Oh, every day. Okay, let's leave the message video later. From the bottom to the top, we're sparking wild fast, never quit and never stop. The rest of our lives. From the bottom to the top, we're sparking wild fast, never quit and never stop. It's not until you fall that you fly. When your dreams come alive, you're unstoppable. Take a shot, chase the sun, find the beautiful. We will go in the dark, turning dust to gold, and we'll dream impossible. This is great. What? Okay. But it makes sense. because of all that shit. Anyways, oh no, we're not doing that right now. Getting your friends together. No, I didn't ask for autoplay. I was on some ballads and melodies earlier, so yeah, but trying to go into Beyonce Halo. No, not right now. Not right now. Okay, so we have understanding Archangel Raphael. Beautiful. Why? Because understanding we had yesterday, and it's talking about us taking time to get to know who thyself is. Why did we come here? This is what we came here for, to get to know ourselves and grow the soul. Remember, we have to take time to find out what that means, what that looks like, what that feels like, what that entails. Okay. Affirmation is I seek an understanding of myself and my life. Your angel guidance is to examine yourself and your current situation in depth so that you have a clear awareness of the underlying reasons for your challenges and situations. Okay, I'm going to read that sentence one more time. Your angel guidance is to examine yourself and your current situation in depth so that you have a clear awareness of the underlying reasons for your challenges and situations. Acquaint yourself with the facts about situations and attitudes before you take your decisions. Self-awareness is a necessary foundation of which to build strong relationships, friendships, and work. Understand your personality is the basis for the understanding your spiritual self and your mission on earth. Ask your angels to help you. And the affirmation again is I seek an understanding of myself. Like, isn't that just so on par? That's why yesterday I guess we only had that one because I was quite shocked to it. My guide said no, just one. And reiterating this again, yes. And alongside Archangel Raphael, beautiful. Like, this is loving yourself first, getting to know yourself physiologically and psychologically. That means why did you come? Why did I come as an African Nubian empress goddess out here? Why is my kinks the way it is? Why is my phenotype the way it is? Why is my archetype the way it is? Why do I think the way I do? Why does my mechanisms mechanisms work the way it does. I mean, we have many similarities, but we all have differences. And even with the similarities, we have different ounces of those similarities, in differences, in varieties, degrees. Okay, we have Archangel Raphael. The affirmation is I am happy, healthy, and abundant. Archangel Raphael is the healer's archangel, and is the healing archangel. Okay, it's an archangel that helps you realize your abundance, heal thyself, keep your keep your health and wealth in check, because health and wealth, we all know now, it is synonymous. There's no way to keep wealth if you are not healthy. What's the point in being healthy if you're not wealthy? You want to be healthy, live all how many years and you don't have no money? And it doesn't mean money. So I hate that affiliation as well, that people think wealthy has got to do with riches. Being wealthy of mind, that's so important. Because the richest person that has a corrupt mind ain't gonna be rich for long. Okay? Will soon enough want to squander his shit away. So yeah, let me read the card. It says you are blessed to attract this angel card, for Archangel Raphael brings health, healing, and abundance. He will help you to develop your intuition in a vision. Call on him if you need help in these areas now. He also protects travels during journeys, so this is a fortuitous card if you are about to travel. If you are a healer or wish to be one, Archangel Raphael will direct pure divine energy to you. He works on the green ray of healing and balance, so visualize yourself surrounded by a clear green light and evoke his guidance. The affirmation is I am happy, healthy, and abundant. Like, heal thyself. Physician, heal thyself. You are your best healer. Chiron reminds us of that. Wherever you have your deepest wound, you can heal that the best for anybody else and yourself, first and foremost. Underneath the deck, we have curiosity and fun. Well, curiosity is exploring the wonder of life, and fun is I master my emotions. Yes, Balancing your emotions, okay? Utilizing both your yin and your yang energies will help you be in the now and will help you be more joyous and more fun, okay? And cultivate curiosity in your life. Don't watch that saying about curious kill the cat. That's bogus, okay? Curiosity kept the cat alive, okay? Expand. Curiosity helps you expand. Be adventurous. Travel. Move. Get to know. Learn the truth, not just the facts. See life through the curious eyes of a child, and you will discover a never ending source of happiness and excitement. Curiosity keeps you alive, interested, and interesting. The angels are inviting you to be curious about yourself. Start exploring who you are, and you will grow personally and spiritually. Be interested in people, and you will discover an eternal source of fascination. Be curious about the wonderful universe in which you live, about the angels. Be curious about the wonderful universe in which you live, about the angels themselves and their role in the divine plan. The radiance of your delight in life will illuminate you. Yes, curiosity. Yes, curiosity keeps you alive, okay? Keeps you jazzy. Again, keeps you interested and interested in life, in growing, in showing and evolving, you know? It keeps the soul thriving, not just surviving. Explore the wonder of life, because life is wondrous. Life is awesome. It's all filled with awesomeness and sometimes awfulness, but awesome, all filled nonetheless. Okay, and it's all about, again, lessons to learn so blessings can be earned. And the fun is, again, mastering the emotion, because your guidance is to take time to enjoy yourself, relax, and find your sense of humor. Treat things lightly. Fun brings lightness of spirit, and the most difficult situation can be eased if you see the funny side of things. So cultivate a sense of the ridiculous. And how can you bring play, laughter, and fun into your social life, your relationships, your work life? When you have fun, the angels rejoice, for there is nothing they love more than joy, play, humor, and laughter. I thought I was going to give us a little solution on how to do that, but listen, I can give you one. Just give thanks. Usa, just know that it's a lesson to be learned. Go and do something fun. Step in a puddle, which I know there ain't many right now, but in the winter time, when we get to that, those sad times, SAD, whatever. But I think we should be getting enough soul this summer that we're going to be so good into the winter. And I'm dubbing this summer of transformation. And I've been seeing a lot of these white butterflies everywhere. White butterflies with little purple, like color in it. So beautiful, because you imagine white, purity and grace, purple, divine guidance, divinity, crown chakra. Like the universe don't play with the signals and synchronicities and signs, like, and it's like it's all filled awesome. It's miraculous. These are the miracles. These are those miracles. Cultivate fun. Go swing in the park. Bring out your childlike self. Do the things that you love to do as a child. Do the things that you never got a chance to do as a child. Do what you really want to do, and F anything and anybody else for just a moment, even if you can. You should. Take time to enjoy life, because life is for living. Yes, we have the time that we have to work, but enjoy your play. That's what that whole being responsible and being able to do the yin and yang, go within and then go without. That's doing the inside internal work and then doing the external work. Synonymous to play and work and play. Okay. Anyways, so let's look at the vortex messages. We have 22 beautiful beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. 22 vibration is that building a better footing for the collective. with your grand visualization powers. Okay, it reads, there are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want, and there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe defy what you want. How would you ever sort them out? How do you know the active beliefs within you that serve you well and the active beliefs that do not serve you? How do you know the beneficial beliefs from the detrimental ones? The beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them. The detrimental ones feel worse when you think them. Okay? So remember, the beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. And the more you think about something that's non conducive to you, the more confusion you get, the more just upset, the more you know it's not good for you. It's something that you need to sort through. Don't delude yourself, try to push it under the rug, because it's only going to come back. Maybe in the same form or in other forms, but it's going to come back round. So best to deal with it. Deal with it. It reminds me of my children father situation, but that's clearing up. Thanks, fuck. Because yeah, I'm best to deal with this situation. I already know it, but really concrete and clear it, so then I don't get another replica to deal with. You know. But yeah, lessons learned equates blessings and trust. Sorry, I hope you could hear me. I'm mumbling there. And then we have number 3, the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. 3 is that magic number. It's creativity, divinity, the trinity. It's that synergy for the union, the integration, the coming together, the understanding the balance and the polarities of this realm, and utilizing your innate magical power to make a success for yourself individually, one by one, then intuitively, collectively. So there is so there is this vortex of becoming a vortex that contains all of the requests, all of the amended requests, each and every detail of each and every asking that has emanated from you. And the law of attraction is responding to that. The vortex is literally drawing in all things necessary for the completion of every aspect, for the completion of every request it contains. All cooperative components are being summoned and are coming for the completion of these creations, for the answering of these questions, and for the solutions to these problems. Okay, the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. So if you're looking to high vibrational relationships, then your requests are being answered. You along the way are being put to the test to be sure that this is worthy, not necessarily worthy of you, but if this, you know, to some extent, yes, but it's not like, oh, university, and I don't know if you're good enough, and no, God, the universe, anonymous, right? Um, it's just like we have to, you know, show and prove that we are able to handle the things that we say we want. Okay, the universe is our parents. Like your parents are gonna give you something heavy, even if you just want to test yourself. Like if they're gonna be able to see that now, even though you want to carry that, we know that that's gonna be too heavy for you to carry at this stage you're in life right now. But if you really want it, you can try. Sometimes we'll give it to you and you hurt yourself. We know you're gonna hurt yourself, but so you get that lesson learned and then you can let it go. Other times we'll give it to you when you're just ready, just before, just after, however, whatever. Keep your attention on what you truly want and be sure that what you truly want is going to be for your highest good. Tarot message. Okay, underneath the deck we have our diversity supports our individual freedoms. Yes. While what number is this one? 2911. Beautiful. Our differences help us maintain the wholeness, the wholesomeness of the okay? Because we are all unique, my G. And so us trying to emanate the same from D doesn't make any sense. B, sorry. That's why every I'm thinking, yeah, you gotta get what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to lose you in translation and that. While your societies continue to try to dictate and enforce human behavior to please the majority, because of your diversity, it contains to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again falls of its economic weight. There simply is not enough money in the world to buck the natural currents of individual freedom and independence of thought. Yes. Know that no matter what the power so say they be, try to put across to thee, like the whole thing about cancer, like it doesn't matter. It will soon fade away, and you're gonna understand whether you feel away about the term or not, and you're putting your energy toward it because it is very effective. So if someone's trying to teach you something about cancer, and you have this like terrible thought and feeling vibration towards just the term, you're not even listening to anything to do with cancer. Remember, cancer is in the south node. This is where we're supposed to be going towards collectively. So imagine how many individuals of the collective have been affected by the big C. You know, but nevertheless, the universe is greater than the powers that so say they be. The universe, God, is much greater. Infinite One, divine, much greater. And so it's working on our thoughts and our feelings. That's what these shifts planetary wise is doing to us. That's what the cycles do to us. That's what the 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 weather storms does to us. The celestial weather storms, the geostorms that are passing by, and even the meteorites and stuff like meteor showers and all of that affects us. That's why in the air, and that's why they also do this whole chemtrail thing and try to do the talk about the filament and all many things. But no matter what, the light will prevail. The light will shine bright. The light is not negating the dark ever, because it knows it needs the two synonymous to be able to thrive within itself. Understanding that the dark is getting to the light. Understanding the dark is getting to know the light. Okay. The tarot message, we have the Ace of Cups and the Star, and this is talking about this fulfillment of an offer from the universe again, an opportunity to have your emotions overfilling. And this is what the solar eclipse is talking about. Like check your desires, your wants, your needs. Like, where are they at? Heal them as well, is what the star's talking about, is to heal the past so you can get this emotional bliss. There's an opportunity for you to be so happy on a regular basis. Those sayings that we have, love is hard, and even there's a thin line between love and hate, and all these kind of things. Like, those paradigms, like, they're crumbling. So many tower moments are happening because of those programs that have been set. And this is what the solar eclipse is a marker to let you know this was going on. You're going to see it happening in years to come, but it happens within each individual first, subtly, and some will try to fight it, and it might take a minute for them to really tune in and see what's really good. But they're going to get it eventually. Everybody will, because otherwise they'll be coming off the plane. But know that there's opportunity for you to be the happiest you've ever thought, happier than you've ever thought, imagined that you could be. But it takes you doing the inner work, checking yourself, knowing that you have past isms and schisms that needs to be worked on, and being willing and ready to do so underneath the deck. And these issues is emotional baggage, you looking back, ruminating of the shit that is past. And of course, your infinite being, all the love cycles, all the love relationships, all the communications, all the passions that you've had in life ago, and how they are affecting you today. Reflect on that. Take time to check that. Check your thoughts. And yes, that is healing. Just even taking a moment. But remember, like I said, take more than a moment. Take time and make the effort, okay, to take away yourself from self-sabotaging thinking. Because you have the world in your hand. Make the decision to make it the best world you've ever lived, the best life you've ever lived. Life is in your hand. You've got the choice to make it whatever you want it to be. Yes, because we are being judged. We are being judged by the universe to make the call, make the moves that we know we should. Because we know we want to be happy. We want to be the bestie. That means like moving away from the ego minds telling you like, oh shit, no, you can't do that. Or, following societal norms telling you, no, that's not for you. Your group, your kind can't do that. Like, please, you have the power, okay, to make the change. Catalyst. Don't wait for the changes to be made for you. You make the change, okay? By knowing that you have the power. You have the power of both the yin and the yang. The yin being that receptive, that nurturing, that intuitive, and the yang being that forthright, that go-getter, that rational, that mental. Utilizing both these energies, you reconcile yourself, and then you reconcile the true relationship for you. Someone from your past is returning to your life, and this could be past life energy. Because right now we're dealing in Cancer season, we deal with the past life issues. And that means past life, even past in this life, and definitely past lives. And then we have passions. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, because there is passion to come with integrating the selves for the physical selves to come about. Okay, underneath the deck we have engagement, give your relationship a chance, and upside down, and this could be the one was trying to pop out earlier, and this no, okay, so this could be the one. Yeah, so with this scenario here, yes, definitely it's a reconciliation of the self, because we need to do that before we can move in a great steed in any kind of other union outside of ourselves, right? But I was also talking about a relationship that needs to be reconciled. I say needs to be, but is being guided to be reconciled, because the passion is real, and the need to engage is necessary, because working on your partnership will bring about the change that you need. And also, another message for reconciliation is, as straight as it is, you reconciling with someone that has been from your past. Again, not just this life, but past lives. So you might not know them in this life, but it's a past life connection. And this is what you've been asked to reconcile with. And with those past life connections, you always feel it. You know it. You don't understand it physically, but you already know it. Okay. One. Yeah. Okay. Spirit first, matter alpha, balance both. Like we don't know read. And then we have time changes, move with the natural cycles. Unfinished one. Sorry, actually, let me show you this. Soul groups, catalysts, and karmic soulmates. Okay. What are you saying? So definitely the catalyst is all about needing to check the changes that need. God. Sorry, looking more sweaty now. See my sweaty palm. It is hot. It was like 33 degrees earlier. I don't know what it is right now, but okay. So like we understanding that we have soul group members, and they are here to help us grow and change as well into our souls, knowing our soul's truth. Okay, so when they come into your life, check it, and they're always gonna come with a big impact, one that is felt, And then we have catalysts, yeah, because a lot of them will be catalysts to help us change change and grow. And no doubt they're gonna be our karmic lessons, our hurdles, our tough cookies may be seen to lessons to learn or blessings to be earned. Okay. And this reminds me of lessons about childhood, growing up, and childhood, understanding what you have, your childhood traumas, and also sexual relationships and passionate sexual relationships. These are the two things, and as well as stinking thinking. Those are the three things I'm hearing that needs to be healed for the collective. Okay, and to know that the times of changes, we have to move with the cycle. We're not in the same paradigm we were before. All those old set ways, those old quotes. Now we got to make new ones. That's why I do my memes. Okay, it's a new paradigm. It's a new wave. We have to understand that we put out there what we want to bring back to us. So if all these memes are talking about shit that you don't want to hear, that is non-conducive, that is negative and it's low vibrational, don't give breath to it. If whether it's memes, videos, people talking, personalities, however, whatever, don't give energy to it. Spirit first and matter after. Remember that everything is manifested from an intangible before it manifests into a tangible. So we have to check that first. Okay, like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so very good. Like I have like overcome so many of my own hurdles. Like yeah, and I'm still working on many. Like I'm imperfectly perfect. There's so many things to work on. As long as I'm striving to do so, I know I'm good. And remembering that life is for living, loving, learning, enjoy, being present. Okay, and checking what's already been, but not dwelling there, to move best foot forward in the future. And the way to do so is making the changes and being present in the now. Okay, I hope this was great for you. Is there anything I need to let people know? Yeah, move your spirit, move your soul's knowing. Check your spirit, don't lose your soul. The Ace of Wands reminded me. Okay, that. Yo, if you know, you know, and you know what I need, right? Bye.